Welcome to a new Shadow Sister healing video. In my videos, I let your shadow meet your light so you can be whole again. And now there is a new series where I will use this book, The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This is a murder mystery, and today I'm just reading the prologue. We have a theme of invitation. I'm inviting you to this world of this book. Maybe you get interest to read this book yourself. But in the future I will mark some quotes from this book. Today I just read the prologue for you. Let me introduce the pile before I do so. So this is a pick-a-pile reading, meaning that you can choose a pile that you feel called to. They are all gonna have different chakra crystals that has different energy. So pile number 1 is solar plexus chakra, yellow aventurine. As well, there will be a crystal card. I'm not going to show yet what is this, but there will be also this crystal card here. Then bottom of the deck, shadow aspect is the star. So this is the pile number 1, and your first card in this pile is beginnings 2. So this is pile number 1. Pile number 2 is heart chakra crystals, green aventurine. There will be also this crystal. And the bottom of the deck is 11 kilpakosinta. This is a Finnish ukko-pakka deck. Use always certain decks for certain energies. And your first card for this reading is number 40, darkness. Pile number 3 is root chakra crystal. And this. And Wheel of Fortune. And then we have extremes. So these are piles. In the reading itself, I will also pick these karma cards as well, my crime and shadow deck that I have made myself. My goal to do this reading is now also to create my own crime and shadow, a little bit more elaborated oracle deck, but this is now simple deck I pull live. As well, I will pull from this current feelings of your person. And we have here a little bit symbols of Persephone, death card, it has this white rose, mystic rose. And yeah, we are going into with this book a bit Greek stories. I don't know if I pronounce it correct, but Eleusinian mystery. This a little bit like a interesting Greek stories coming up in this book. But let me start reading now the prologue. So today we just get to know a little bit of this book. And today's reading is about a moment you said yes without knowing the cost. The snow in the mountains was melting, and Bunny had been dead for several weeks before we came to understand the gravity of our situation. He had been dead for 10 days before they found him, you know. It was one of the biggest manhunts in Vermont history. State troopers, the FBI, even an army helicopter. The college closed, the dye factory in Hampton shut down, people coming from New Hampshire, upstate New York, as far away as Boston. It is difficult to believe that Henry's modest plan could have worked so well despite these unforeseen events. We hadn't intended to hide the body where it couldn't be found. In fact, we hadn't hidden it at all, but had simply left it where it fell in hopes that some luckless passerby would stumble over it before anyone even noticed he was missing. This was a tale that told itself simply and well. The loose rocks, the body at the bottom of the ravine with a clean break in the neck, and the muddy skid marks of dug-in heels pointed the way down. A hiking accident, no more, no less. and it might have been left at that, at quiet tears and a small funeral, had it not been for the snow that fell that night. It covered him without a trace, and 10 days later, when the thaw finally came, the state troopers and FBI and the searchers from the town all saw that they had been walking back and forth over his body until the snow above it was packed down like ice. It is difficult to believe that such an uproar took place over an act for which I was partly responsible. Even more difficult to believe I could have walked through it. The cameras, the uniforms, the black crowd sprinkled over Mount Cataract like ants in sugar bowl without incurring a blink of suspicion. But walking through it all was one thing. Walking away, unfortunately, has proved to be quite another. And though once I thought I had left that ravine forever on an April afternoon long ago, now I'm not sure. Now the searchers have departed and life has grown quiet around me. I have come to realize that while for years I might have imagined myself to be somewhere else, in reality I have been there all the time, up at the top by the muddy wheel ruts in the new grass, where the sky is dark over the shivering apple blossoms, and the first chill of the snow that will fall that night is already in the air. "What are you doing up here?" said Bunny, surprised when he found the four of us waiting for him. "Why, looking for new ferns," said Henry. And after we stood whispering in the underbrush, one last look at the body and a last look around, no dropped keys, lost glasses, everybody got everything, and then started single file through the woods. I took one glance back through the saplings that leapt to close the path behind me. True, I remember the walk back and the first lonely flakes of snow that came drifting through the pines, remember piling gratefully into the car and starting down the road like a family on vacation, with Henry driving clenched through the potholes and the rest of us leaning over the seats and talking like children. Though I remember only too well the long, terrible night that lay ahead and the long, terrible days and nights that followed, I have only to glance over my shoulder for all those years to drop away, and I see it behind me again, the ravine rising all green and black through the saplings, a picture that will never leave me. I suppose at one time in my life I might have had any number of stories, but now there is no other. This is the only story I will ever be able to tell. So this is an invitation to possible even for you to read this book this year. I feel this book calls me for many reasons, but when I was going through this process to find a new book for my tarot readings, I remembered that it was exactly 30 years ago in December, in Christmas holiday, when I read this book. And it feels like somehow karmic cycle for me to bring this book back. It is like I was then 17 years old and I'm now 47, and somehow I feel the story have matured in me. The story has matured maybe in the even the way not many people have read this book, but there is somehow a story in our collective consciousness, because I'm always talking about a bit psychological way about the shadows. There is being this murder of Charlie Kirk. I was really somehow processing it with my readings this autumn, and this is a book about what it takes to be in the inner circle. Maybe I feel I really wanna, like a remote view. This is a psychic ability that you can remote view. It's a possibility you can do that. But in these readings, I want to kind of look into this kind of inner criminal in ourselves that indeed can, what is inside can also show outside. So we have a lot this kind of stories that repeat in our culture. Somebody's getting killed and nobody know what happened. And it is interesting to get very deep where these roles come from. Possibly ultimate people pleaser, what you want to do to be part of a group. But anyway, this is now the invitation to this secret history. And I also love this quote from one song of Chase McDaniel. It's a song. What is it? The name of the song is like a burning. Wait. Wait. Anyway, the line from the song is, "You are only sick as your secret." And dealing about this reading, going to the shadows and looking possible your secrets in your life, whatever is this pile, beginning, darkness, extremes, whatever is, it's a little bit shadow territory, all of these things, what I see here. It's a way to talk about stuff. I think it's healing. I believe so. So let's go. Anyway, I get ready now for pile number 1. Yes, the song I was thinking is Mind on Fire. I think it is very much when you are intellectualizing stuff, when you are living in your head, it's like mind on fire. There's something about that, but let's go now for pile number 1. So this is your reading, pile number 1. You have selected this beginning card. It's beautiful for the new year. Exactly start with this kind of reading where you're almost like in some gate to go to another world. But in this story, there was also this whole memory of this thing that happened before the snowfall, and the snow is somehow beautifully here in this alive and dead, frozen and blooming. It's winter and spring energies here, but this beginning is really like something in your love life. We are always having a love reading of eventually in these readings. Even the theme is very darkish with crime and shadows, but there is some new beginning. Okay, then you got here as advice cards, you got Moonstone 37. Read this. It's beautiful. Today when I'm doing this reading is 3rd of January and it is full moon in Cancer. I feel this moonstone is really beautiful aligned at these times. And meditation escapism will be your advice card. Let's get a tower. See where we put these things. Interestingly, when I was preparing this reading, I was completely not thinking about the tarot spread, but that's a kind of good news because we're gonna just pull cards that needs to be pulled. Doesn't have to be while we have this invitation reading. I feel there doesn't have to be a certain form. It's very open invitation. Let's read your crystal. This is also crystal related advice card, but here you have now a crystal also. It is a Libyan gold tektite. It's a 28 million year old Saharan desert glass only found in, you guessed it, it's Sahara Desert. This gem is yellow but far from mellow. Who needs it? The navel gazing and brooding binge watchers, anyone looking to hit the street with some extra swagger, and cancers. Wow, the cancer is coming back here. So when to use it? When you get up and go. When your get up and go has ghosted you. Okay, I'm gonna read also this where to put this crystal. Hold Libyan gold tektite, which is this one. At your will center, indeed it's really like this related to solar chakra, just above the navel, and set some goals. Seriously, make a list. Then call on the fiery beyond ancient energy of the stone to help you break through the burning desire to binge watch the day away. Okay, remember your goals, not to indeed just binge watch some series. But now, let's have a tarot reading. Yes, I have, of course, in the reading itself. Indeed, we are getting to the shadows. I have a crime and shadow cards here. Indeed, I don't have a spread for you. Just gonna pull some cards soon. Intuitively find a way. We are gonna show now. I'm gonna show you the shadow. You don't be aware, most likely pushed away. But I'm gonna talk about this. This is your shadow. It is 5 of Wands. Me, lesson of ego and fire. Chaos versus creativity. So it would come to the we. Day would be Friday. It is the lesson of Saturn in Leo. Indeed, about egoism. Egoistic you can be, of course, in this kind of murder mystery. People are very selfish. They just wanna live forever themselves, but at the cost of other people's life. There is something about this shadow that interaction with others can be arguments. It can be this chaos, but the good side of this is Leo is indeed very much like connected to your ability to be yourself and embody yourself, and this me, it can be a very positive creative aspect that you are embodying your all good sides of yourself. But if you are not like a king has a kingdom to serve, if you are just selfless a king, it is the kingdom is not going well. You have to understand that community aspect and how you can serve other people to overcome this shadow. It's me. Okay. Let's see the house. This karma card for you, pile number 1. Okay, 3rd house. So it's related to Gemini. By making the right connections, spiritual, mental, the idea in question, physical, get your ideas going. So make your phone calls may be active, like me doing even this reading. Now get your ideas going. Yes. Gemini is a fast-moving energy, Mercury energy. You have to communicate well. Like a lesson of ego and fire. Okay. There's a lot of advice cards still. We come to that later. Now I'm going to give you a tarot card. So not having any special spread, only talking about the invitation to some secrets. And of course, this aim to be a love reading. So let's see what's coming for you. Number 1. These are the cards we need to talk about. Let's open them all. Nice. Wow, very loving. Wow. Center of your reading, the Lovers. Surrounded by the Hierophant, Fool, 2 of Cups, and 9 of Wands. Very, very loving energy here. This definitely talking about a love relationship. If you go in order, this commitment, this is also, there was already Cancer energy mentioned, and 2 of Cups is related to Cancer sign. And now this full moon is happening in the Cancer. So I think I took some notes of the full moon, Cancer energy. I think I have to read you about that immediately. There's something about that. It's almost like this reading become a full moon in Cancer reading. But I see that in your cards there is something about that Cancer energy. The full moon in Cancer on January 3rd, 2006, brings sensuality, protection, and nourishment to the forefront. Full moon day, 3rd of January, is day for nurture, rest, and reconnect with your roots. And in Greek mythology, Selene, the goddess of the moon, rides her silver chariot across the heavens each night, her light soft yet powerful, illuminating the tides of both sea and soul. She is the eternal mother, mystic, intuitive, and deeply emotional. In astrology, moon rules Cancer, and when she returns to her home, her energy is magnified 1,000-fold. Oh, we have even the moonstone here. Really talking about some coming home. I think this invitation here is to find your soul family, because when I read this book, I felt, even if it's a murder mystery, I felt like home with this kind of way of being intellectual and like a loving kind of this wisdom. There's something about nurturing some wisdom here too. Like in the story is a strong teacher. Here is a teacher. There's this lovers. Also here is lovers, true love, 2 times on the, and the Fool tells also about this beginning, the new chapter in your life. And this also, I see the Fool always like a true lover, because when you love the unknown, you're able to let just things unfold. You don't have to manipulate anything. You just let the story unfold, let's say. That's the Fool energy. You are like a loving, in a way that you have the Fool, even in the classic card, has a white rose in the hand and the dog aside. It's like living in a present moment, being open for all the doors to be open. And then we have this 9 of Wands that talks about this, what was the shadow side here. Me, lesson to be learned. This really inflated ego. Like you are like having a little bit risk of seeking for this kind of recognition. That it's just your it's almost like when I talk about the Charlie Kirk getting killed, he had got to be this kind of very big person, and then while becoming the person, he had somehow created enemies, even in his possibly own camp. But there is this something in this reading is like somebody is having inflamed ego here. Still, we have that true story going on. Let's see. Weekly love reading. Okay, let me pause to think about these cards for a moment. Let me read about this Fool card, because it's coming. It's kind of the character in the story. Beginning. Fools are well-established archetype. In literature, they are often prophetic, able to see more clearly and speak more truly than those around them. Shakespeare's Gloucester's position outside the social hierarchy permits them to comment upon it, offering up insight coded in riddles and the opportunity to alter the order of the things. The Fool embodies youthful optimism, but that doesn't mean they don't have a purpose or that their purpose cannot be lofty. This card can speak to dreams and ideals that seem beyond your reach, asking you, are they really such a stretch? You never know what lies ahead, but if you allow yourself to be held back by fears and what ifs, you will also never get to find out. It isn't easy to put yourself out there, to take risk, to wear your heart on your sleeve, or to leap and hope that someone or something will catch you. But the Fool reminds us that doing so is brave and often necessary. This card reminds us that hope isn't foolish at all. Question to ask when you see this card: are you ready to take a leap? Are you hesitating on the precipice of something new? What are you hoping for? What are you afraid of? Isn't it better to try than hold yourself back? It is beautiful, beautiful love story here. It's like true lovers, and this kind of spiritual. This can be even like a fate. This is like a fate of even like a traditional marriage and values. So it's all this kind of love here, and then the Fool, very very loving too, not afraid of the unknown, and then this inflamed echo. It's almost like bang. Is like, who is this person? What is it wanting to say? Because we have this me here. Chaos, creativity, lesson of echo and fire. You have some kind of lesson in echo and fire here on the table. Okay, I think I will now take current feelings of a person. But I see the Fool card here was really meaningful. Come on the end after all this loving thing. And it's totally the new beginning. Okay, part number 1. Current feelings of your person. One more and one more. Lot. 6 of Cups. Innocence is not lost anymore. Adam and Eve, I got you, baby. This is Eden, you are my soulmate. Remember heaven. Okay, there is beautiful. Indeed, this could be that. Good morning, Queen of Chaos. Intuition is killer rabbit. Love is easy. No more BS. Wait makes everything possible. Kingdom of Heaven opens to children who are innocent. Again, this innocence is here. Which is this is kind of innocent Fool. Be your own kind of beautiful. This Fool energy. Younger twin flame brings a sense of wonder, energy, and spontaneity that can inspire the older twin to rediscover part of themselves they may have forgotten. The connection is about balance, where together they create synergy, where they complement each other. This is totally the twin flame energy here also. And here, current feelings of person. Somewhere between your words and your silence, I found my home. Wow, talking about the Cancer full moon, home energy. Beautiful. Somewhere between your words and your silence, I found my home. Nurturing silence. One more. Unity, solidarity, Bob Marley's last words. Money can't buy life. His Requiem music promoted love, peace, and social justice. Okay, let's read now this moonstone. Whatever is this message for you, number 1. How long is busy already? Okay, 30 minutes. This is your message. Intuition, insight, inner wisdom, inner voice. Inner knowing, inner sensing. These are talents that the conscious universe has bestowed upon all of us, but we have been conditioned to minimize their importance and instead pay more attention to the knowing that comes from experiencing life through our physical senses and logical analysis. Do you hone your intuition? Do you trust it even when you can't point to a logical reason why you know what you know? Your message from Moonstone Spirit is to tune to and listen to your intuition. It will speak to you through the inner voice, an inner vision, an inner sensation that feels real because, well, it is. It has many ways of communicating to you. Now is a time to pull back the veil between the visible and invisible worlds. Trust that the hidden reality matters and know that your intuition comes from conscious universe which possess wisdom, knowledge and understanding far beyond your own. And the relationship message, let's give it two because it was such a relationship here. What is your intuition telling you about another person? Have you been dismissing it because you feel you can't justify the inner conviction? Moonstone Spirit is here to let you know that you aren't crazy. You're picking up on information that can't be perceived by the five senses, and you are meant to listen to it. Now it's time to hone your intuition through meditation, which awakens the ability to receive messages from the universal consciousness. Your relationship will all benefit from your willingness to be honest with yourself and to listen your intuition, your first and primary sense. Wow, and the next advice card is meditation. So it's very similar aligned thing. Let me read that too. Just feel like I need glasses to read this. So this is your advice. Number one. It's common to believe that the purpose of meditation is to think about nothing, empty your mind, and get a rest from your thoughts, your inner dialogue, but in reality, not to have any thoughts is at all is nearly impossible as our brain is wired to do exactly that think. Meditation is not necessarily an escape from your reality, but a tool that can help you to see your true reality and reframe it and perhaps see it from a different light. It is a way to look at your thoughts from a more neutral perspective. It is thinking, but in a more structured way. Instead of letting your thoughts roam free, you try to slow down and analyze why these thoughts come up, what they really mean, and whether they are true. You might sometimes feel that you want to run away, be somewhere else, and escape from your current reality. Common ways to do that is through watching TV, playing games, indulging in drugs or alcohol or anything that keeps your mind focused on one thing and makes you forget the things you don't want to deal with for a moment. This card encourages you to lose yourself in your own mind instead of escaping into a different reality. Affirmation: I live and accept my own reality. And next time you feel the urge to run away from your thoughts, try and swap your go to escape media for guided meditation and see what happens. So that is for you. I was wanting to still read the theme message. What is open up to infinity and become infinity? Yes. Let in this kind of even be your own kind of beautiful is this. There can be a lot in that space if you let this spaciousness to be part of your life. Open for it through the meditation. And your little shadow here is a little bit being like a me. So try to work on this kind of shadow too, if you can, to make real connection to other people. First to yourself and then to others, yes, but it is not to put others down, let's say. It's to connect and be open for new beginnings even. Okay, I get ready for the second reading. Welcome to your reading, part number 2. You have selected this darkness. You are dealing this book. It's a little bit, wait, I took another book during the reading. Secret History by Donna Tartt. It's a murder mystery, but you have also darkness. So maybe you're very willing to face that darkness. You're gonna look into the darkness. Advice cards will be Lemurian Quartz 31 and Simply Love, 6 of Cups. Maybe there is some family shadow here immediately when I see this dad and son. They are like aligned here. You're willing to look into whatever is this shadow of the family possible even. Let's see what is this card saying. We have this crystal for you. Apophilite. What is it? Apophilite acts like a teleportation device to places transcendent, often sources from enchanted India, birthplace of Tantra Yoga, Nok Shampa Apolyti. What is it? Nok Shampo. Apophilite, clear skepticism, cynicism, and logic from the spiritual path. Who needs it? Anyone looking for that ray of light from on to hit them with something good. Where to put it? Wherever you practice religion, meditate, channel, and pray. When to use it, when the spiritual life feels like a moving target, when you feel skeptical about your true purpose on earth, when you feel like your but thoughts are dishonoring the innermost you. Beam yourself up, way up. Okay, it's like a really cheering crystal here. What else? Okay, of course, we're gonna see first is shadow. Crime and shadow deck. We look into the shadow immediately. Then I get really cards. It's a beautiful thing. I see like a pink clouds now in this hour. Be nice to be taking a photo of it, but camera is in use. Pineapple 2, a heart chakra crystal telling you to be a true lover and not faking it. What is the shadow for you? Talking about true love indeed. Happy ending, sacred space, end of rainbow is the location. Stolen innocence, happiness, family, love. Okay. So if something is taken from you and the shadow is exactly the end of the rainbow, like a feeling like happy ending, you have something to deal with the happy endings. This is the marriage card too. And the bliss, completion, simply love. Whatever is this meaning? I think it's talking about this kind of true love. You have to kind of deal with the stolen innocence. There's something darkness here because the innocence is stolen. Like here. Something happened to you when you were a child. You have to come back to this kind of simply love that dad would be keeping you safe or mom would be keeping you safe. There's something like that. True love is also here. Okay, let's see. The cards. Not such a bad. Let's let's say this kind of story of the secret history is having this quote from this Mind on Fire song by Chase McDaniel. There is this line, "You're only sick as your secrets." It's something about your stolen innocence. Maybe something has happened to you that had made you like not wanting to see that happy ending or happy family was taken from you. But it's there. You got everything. It's a beautiful thing about us that we got everything. We just might have it like a hidden in the shadows. Darkness hide this happiness. I don't know what is it that you cannot access it. Okay, wait, I have to show you the astrology card too. Now, pile number 2, this is for you also. North Node. This is yes card. Spiritual. There will be mental success from physical benefit. It's very positive thing. Calling kind of like your true north. Truth is, during the winter time, north is very, very dark place. But darkness can be also nurturing. So there can be lessons there. Okay, let's see what cards are coming for you, pile number 2. Talk about them. Just freely what comes now to pile number 2. Maybe what secrets we need to talk about. What are these secrets? Love secrets. Is it only 3 cards? I think so. Wow, we have, I don't take the reverse. Ukko, Ace of, oh, is it, no, it's not Ukko. Is this the Ace of Sword? No. I think it's Ace of King. No, like a King of Sword. 7 of Pentacle, Vuorenpeikot, and Suri Tammi, 16. So Tower card. Let me immediately check this card. Yes, it's King of Sword first. Really, this daddy energy is here. I think we have to read about this. Overview, ethical, moral, right action, high spiritual values, ability to act creative way, power, wisdom, and järkkymätön kyky tehdä jaloja päätöksiä. You have a very like a unwavered ability to for the right decisions. Fast adaptability to changing situations, right, oikeat johtopäätökset, right conclusions, very like goal-oriented, very much like intellectual capacities and kunnianhimo, like you are very ambitious. Ukko is the god of the heavens, who is ruling the weather, fertility and rain. You would pray Ukko for rain to get good crops on the fields, but you would also ask for to have not too much rains or storms. And you would always turn to this kind of god, really like a Zeus, when you were in trouble, and you would ask for blessing and help. And the god of thunder, Ukkosen Jumala, had very Christian godlike features. So it's a representative for the good powers in the heavens and fighting for the goodness against the evil. against the demons and everything. Okay, so let me see this card for you. It's about protection. I think I see really clearly the daddy energy here. There's something about the daddy energy, and while this is like a lost, stolen innocence, there's something about that family dynamic. Maybe you have lost dad, or you have something about this needing for this kind of protection. Then we have the Seven of Wands, parting with this fire, and the Tower card, which is very karmic card, like things are happening, like this tree has to go. Also like a family tree. Maybe I have to keep reading from this book to get some sense why we need to read these stories. Mountain trolls. One, two. These are hardships, getting astray, contradiction with your relationships, getting mobbed, provoked, disturbed, but keeping a strong will in this, standing your ground. I think the trolls are representing all kind of hidden negative thoughts. They are inside this kind of mountain, and mountain representing like higher awareness and the spiritual development. But these negative thoughts might jump around in different situations unexpectedly. And as long as you want to fight against these trolls or hide them under the carpet, then they become stronger. The hidden is really the your secrets. These hidden trolls also attract other negative force in the surrounding. So this magnetic rule is that we are getting to us the same kind of energy we are carrying inside of us. You are getting what you deserve, or you are like what's inside is outside. You have conflict or hardships in your life lately? But this card is advising you to face the negative sides in yourself. Many spiritual, like a person on the spiritual part, in some part of their life, want to close that shadow out of their experience, as if that when you are a very spiritual person, you don't need to feel disappointment or hate. But those are human feelings, and you can get whole when you accept all parts in yourself. Accepting yourself, you can accept also the people around you with all their faults and their mistakes. Yeah. And things are not so black and white what they might seem. I can also learn to laugh to my fears that are reflected from my own negative experience or illusions. Then this is time to cut all those negative beliefs, because this is like this kind of guy is rising to cut these things that have grown out of proportion. Okay, so this is calling for to work on this kind of darkness, but inside you is hidden this kind of very beautiful sacred space, happy ending, end of the rainbow. love and family and happiness. Okay, let's start reading the advice cards. Or maybe before I do so, I wanna, because it's also yes, yes, yes. This time to understand, like even going, this invitation is almost like invitation to deal the hardships, not be afraid. Current feelings of person, I take that first. Okay, one more. Oh, this. Okay. What we have here. Here without you, 3 doors down. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lovely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. I'm here without you, baby, but you are still with me in my dreams. And tonight it's only you and me, yeah. Ah, there is this love hidden behind the darkness. Then you are magic. Kindness is magic, the magician. Wow. Your current spiritual person really seeing this magic. There is magic in the mess. That's Brené Brown quote, and maybe it's something about here too. Darkness can make you see the stars more clear. It's needed sometimes. Violet is a flower that is oftentimes underappreciated. So those who love it can sometimes be overlooked because of their silence and reserved nature. Simple, straightforward countryside love nature. Violet. Person thinks this flower connect to you. Then we have this fox here. With foxes, we must play the fox. Fox News. And we have here. What's the same card we got for pile number 1? Okay. Younger twin flame brings a sense of wonder, energy, and spontaneity that can inspire the older twin to rediscover part of themselves. They may have forgotten the connection is about balance, where together they create synergy, where they complement each other. Twin flame energy also here. See this one flame here. Somebody's having a flame here, and of course this is also the thunder card, so that there is some kind of passion for sure. It was here also. Anyone looking for a ray of light? I think you have to stay positive. There was some negative belief here. Seek for positive stuff. Now I give you the crystal spirit advice. Number 2. Lemurian quartz. Vision, big picture thinking, unlocking the secrets of infinite possibility. Your ability to imagine something bigger and better and draw in what you need in order to heal, feel a sense of well-being, and step into your power as a co-creator is greater than you think. The message of Lemurian Quartz Spirit is that now is a time to free yourself to dream big. What do you see for yourself? How do you picture yourself in this future? What kind of person have you evolved into as you strive to fully embrace and enjoy your life? On this healing journey, you are called to keep your eye on the bigger picture or your experience so that you recognize your struggles as leading you to epiphanies, allies, and inner wisdom born or lived experience. Lemurian card spirit reminds you that the capacity to unlock the wisdom of the stars is within you. Just open your connection to the conscious universe and allow your imagination to soar. Very soon, a powerful vision of what is ahead for you will become clear. And there is a relationship message I give you also, because there is some kind of relationship thing here also. Every relationship has its ups and downs and its inherent magic, But Lemurian card spirits is now calling you to step back and see the big picture of what you are experiencing. It is what you envisioned. Do you need to see something new so that you feel a sense of contentment, purpose, and fulfillment? Can you awaken to your connection to the universe that lies within you so that you may be shown something even better than you dream about? Your power to imagine what you can co-create is very strong now, and you are being urged to go big and wide with a vision that truly speaks to your soul's desires. Let the conscious universe show you what is possible in your relationships that you have not been aware before. There is a big picture you have not been seeing. I think you are like person even seeing a lot of magic with you. There is hidden this kind of 10 of cups happy ending here. Even this ukko, like a king of sword, is wanting to go higher, to see higher what's there. And this axeman is gonna cut this shady tree, and somehow all this inner critics and all this kind of negative thoughts are just dancing around here. So you have to give yourself a little break, because there's a lot of success and like a positive yes here, but you might be indeed entertaining this negativity in your life. Now your advice is also to simply love. I already see from the beginning like a daddy energy here. Sometimes if you don't have parents, you can also self-parent yourself. You are adult now, so you can do that. Innocence, nostalgia, kindness, children. People often fondly remember the innocence of youth as a time when life seems simple. This card is a call to action to bring that innocence and energy into the present and into your relationships. As much as you can, interact with others from a pure and open heart, full of love and free of ulterior motives. Yes, and you have your free true lover crystal also here. Do this and you will find that your relationships will deepen and requires far less effort. When you reminisce about your past, bring back only the happy memories and cherish them. Even the lost innocence. Bring it back. And kindness and generosity are the forefront when this card appears. Look for ways to help family and friends, especially children. Reach out to them and assist them in any way you can. Sometimes just a bit attention is all that someone needs. Where kindness prevails, relationships flourish, and if you are hoping to become pregnant or adopt a child, this card is positive sign. So this is your reading, pile number 2, and I'm gonna move to the next. I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a like. Let's go. Welcome to your reading, pile number 3. You have selected these extremes. We are talking in this reading about crime and shadows. Maybe you have some extreme passionate feelings. The shadow is kind of reacting that way. You have advice card Blue Calcedony 11, and this the wild unknown archetype for the forest. Put them here. We start reading this one crystal card. You have also this one. It's amethyst. What it is, amethyst is a lilac, dark purple, semi-precious gemstone from the quartz family. Actually, I have really the same kind of here. The ancient Romans believed amethyst got its lush purple color when the god Bacchus spilled wine on a clear stone. Today, amethyst is believed to assist in connecting with the big guy in a sky. Who needs it? Train freaks who go off trails on the wet and wild route to Bacchanalia, any Pisces. Where to put it? The interior decorator's little purple secret amethyst can uplift the vibe of any living space. When to use it? When it's time to give up the victim routine and start living with purpose, hold on tight to the amethyst. Get drunk on your highest self. Interesting. Talking about like this would have gets wine to get this, and that was the original. And then both here for your cards. You have a root chakra. This is Crystal is talking about like the basic needs have to be met, and you can fall to victim archetype. So you should cultivate this kind of mother archetype. That is very much now it's a full moon. Full moon is connected to mother energy, so just have this kind of beautiful. Wow, the colors are always changing in this room. Now it's completely blue. Like previous reading started with the pink sky, now it's completely this kind of indigo blue. I don't know what is wanted to say, but it's like the same kind of color. The sky is now like here. Wow. Anyway, first card we take is indeed we take the shadow card. I have this crime and shadow deck, now part of this secret history I read in the intro. Prologue for you. We're gonna look immediately what is your shadow. We can talk about in this reading, and then I have freely cards for you. I love how blue is here. Full moon in Cancer, completely indigo blue. Okay. Knight of Pentacle, the shadow lover. Player needs a coach. Coping mechanism, leader, learned behavior. Criminal archetype in this crime and shadow would be the shadow lover. Somebody is loving you from the shadows. Knight of Pentacle is somebody who's very steady, moving very slowly even, but a good farmer. Going to look until the last card, very faithful. But yeah, interesting. Some extreme shadow lover here. Yes, we have astrology card now also. See what's going on. Pile number 3. Love to see the blue. Pluto. No wonder we have a shadow lover here. Pluto is completely power in the shadows. Spiritual resurrect, mental get to the heart of, physical do or die you must. Very dark energy here. It's almost like this blue of the Pluto, and this is completely, I would love to take a picture now, but wow. I cannot show now with this camera. It's all blue. So blue. Would I be able to move this camera a little bit? Wait, let's see.